Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. I wasn't gonna post the episode this week because it is Easter weekend, but I really kind of felt compelled and I feel like a vision was put in my head to express to you guys. And the word I wanted to talk about today is submission. I feel like a lot as a youth, as an adult, ego in our society has become so big to where people just don't want to say, hey, I'm open to your knowledge. Hey, I was wrong and you are right. So many people just think being right all the time is always good and always great for the soul. But for our body to grow, for our minds to grow, you have to sometimes say, hey, that I am wrong and hey, I need assistance. So I really wanted to focus on that element and letting Christ as the Father come into your life, and you are the bearer saying, I am wrong, Christ, please come into my life and please fix my life, please elevate my life, and please just change my way of thinking, grant me the wisdom and knowledge to truly live in your name. But I am going to be using this book, The Daily Bread. I broke it up into 3 core pieces for you guys to really help narrow it out and touch on a couple key points. So they're all in order. So I'm just gonna go my first one. My first one, it's called The Pains of Hell. And he said, hell was made for the devil and his rebel angels. Man was made for heaven. And refusing to live for heaven, a man chooses to exist without me. He shall have his wishes, but he shall join the rebel armies in hell. And refusing to follow my law, a man actually turns his back on me as fallen angels did. If he dies in this condition, he condemns himself to hell. The jury which convicts him in his own sinful life, I merely pronounce a sentence on what he himself could have chosen. Let's just take a second and think about that. When you rebel against God and you just sit here and kind of gratify yourself with these mortal desires, you were just telling God, hey, I'm submitting to this rebel army or the devil or and the makeups of hell. We get so confused that we think hell looks like hell looks like in our world like this fiery makeup, this evil like demons with fangs been on our world. Hell is not that. In our world, hell comes in the form of taking away time from loved ones or making it to where it's hard for you to get out of a situation or you're really down in a ditch. That is hell in this mortal world. Us gratifying ourselves with mortal or worldly desires. For example, shoplifting or you seeing a desire, hey, let me take this, or stealing from my neighbor. That is creating hell on earth, and you are the bearer of that. You are the bearer of the devil's army in this sense. But when you come to the Lord and submit yourself and you say, I don't want to be a part of those worldly desires anymore, you gain and you join God's army to fight against this evil. And you must submit and most of all forgive yourself for these moral sins and learn to move forward and repel this evil army so that we can all live and win this holy war. And next, also kind of focus on the same topic, I do want to talk about attachment. He says, refuse to be a slave of anything on earth. Love me and my will more than anything else. You'll still be disturbed and displeased when matters go against your wishes and your desires. You'll still fail to understand the things passing in nature. But the passing nature of all earthly things are always in my flow. Let no human being nor earthly satisfaction mean so much to you that you would send for them. If you love anything that much, your love is misguided and foolish. You are preferring a reflection of God to God himself. As I was talking about earlier, like I know, for example, like if you see a shirt or something like your friend has and you know he's gonna wash his laundry later, you go in there and you just peek to see if it's there, you can take it. Or just like mortal sins, like if you see an item on the floor, if you're at Walmart or something that's already been kind of open and you just peek your hand and you put it in your pocket, just So little things like that, little micro sins that really grow to repel the overall message of God and the overall message of what he is preaching. Because you're not, as he said, you are not submitting to God himself. You are submitting to the reflections of him. And that your love is misguided and foolish. And a lot of times our love is misguided and foolish. When we tend to worldly desires, our love for him becomes misguided and foolish. And I say, like, me, myself, I am a victim to this as well. Loving mortal and earthly things when I'm not truly giving my divine and spiritual self to him. Because like he said in Romans 8:18, the joy, the pain that you are feeling now will not compare to the joy you are going to feel later. And you're just thinking about that when hey, like, I want this, but I just, man, I'm so bad. Like, I want this right in front of my face, but sin is always going to be right in front of your face. Like I said, like hell on earth doesn't come in the faction of fire and constant pain. It comes in little desires like that, to where you build up one habit, you do it over and over and over. It becomes a behavior. Now you're acting in the behavior of the devil. You're not submitting yourself. You're not truly working in your name and in the Lord. And then he also says, if you want to find true joy and real greatness, be attached to me, dear God, above every person and everything in your earthly life. Let your desires and love be guided by my wisdom, and they will never leave you to folly. So this submission, this overall, hey, I am yours, please guide me, this will lead you down the right path to where you will feel fulfilled. You will reach this ultimate greatness and this true joy. And I will say, when I do tend to these things, you feel true joy, true flow. You feel connected to every living thing, every living fathom of atoms in the world. You truly feel connected to. And that is a real godly and amazing figure to be connected to. And then he also says, think. My true wealth lies not in just possessing earthly things, but rather in using what I have wisely and sinlessly, and with the intent of pleasing God, and not pleasing our flesh, like going out here and buying all the X's and O's. Like, of course, you can get the X's and O's, but make sure that it's all in alignment with pleasing God. Like, if you're just doing things because you feel compelled based off compulsive behavior, a lot of times compulsive behavior is based off the fact that you have a void you need to fill. And you're filling this void via compulsive behavior because something is missing. And this missing piece is you're not connecting with the Lord, and you're not submitting with him. And for our last chapter is the main hope. He says, my child, as long as you are on this earth, you will have to make use of food, rest, medicine, recreation, companionship. However, do not make the mistake of considering these natural things as the only remedies of your various needs. Otherwise, you will place too much hope in them and expect more from them than I can give you. Only me, the Lord, you may expect perfection from, and all satisfying happiness. But be wise and place your greatest hope in me. I am the maker and preserver of all things. Nothing could help you if it does not to give you the power to do so. Whether or not you do realize that I am the highest good, without me there is no lasting good or no enduring happiness. Wow. I'm going to read one last chapter. He says, if you're not hoping in me above all else, you will not be disappointed. I shall not fail you in what is truly best for you. Do not place too much hope in any person or worldly thing, but use whatever you can do and honestly obtain to improve your earthly life. But do not live as if this were your only life. Do not live as if this is your only life. And that was the ending statement to really summarize what we've been talking about this whole video. Is you have to submit these desires in this world. There's a greater world after you that we know as heaven, where you are granted eternal happiness. And this world we're living in now, whatever trial, tribulation, hardship that you're going right now, it's truly a trial to grant you eternal happiness in the next life. And when you give him your life in this mortal world, he will grant you happiness in this mortal world as well as in the next one. So to you watching this video, submission via attachment from worldly desires, as we talked about, observing him as the Lord, and he is the creator, and the last but not least, detachment from these worldly desires. That way you can obtain eternal happiness. You can do it. Like me looking at you right now, like I believe in you and you can obtain more than what you think. You got it. And that concludes our episode. Please make sure to subscribe, like, and comment as well. These sort of videos have been getting a lot of traction. So I'm gonna just keep posting and give you guys what you want. If there's any type of topic you guys want me to talk, please put that in the comments and make sure to follow us on all of our socials and everything. Make sure to subscribe and thank you. Have a blessed day.